All right, so here we are with another episode of Minecraft. I decided to make a wool farm using actually part of the wall that surrounds the castle that we added in, instead of having it just be some perpetual mob farm. Even though I did put some torches in it, I don't think I did a very good job because I definitely hear zombies as I'm trading with the villagers in their house. I'm like, this is not ideal. So I decided that I was going to make a wool farm. On top of that, I also kind of wanted it leads sort of into the little barn area of the kind of courtyard area, because I eventually will put probably a couple horses, maybe my skeleton horse, couple cows and things like that, and maybe some other general animals, maybe a camel if I ever get one. But I wanted to have an actual functioning semi-automatic, actually fully automated wool farm. And because we went to the deep dark, or at least got far enough to find a location with an ancient city, I decided that I wanted to have wool so that I could kind of go in there and sneak around without getting found by the warden. Because for those of you that don't know, haven't been here around, hello, hi, I am player number 2. Not the best at any of these games. Trying my best to learn it, and maybe one day I will be good enough to be called player number 1. Probably not. But in case, either way, when I was playing this, when I was learning Minecraft originally, I was learning it by playing hardcore, because I thought that was kind of, fun. Learning to play Minecraft, but in hardcore. Crazy. But I wanted to do that, and I played through it several times, constantly dying. It was like a video of a week type of situation. And I eventually was able to defeat the Ender Dragon, and I got, oh, cool, I've got my little hardcore world that I was building out, and really cool. And that's what a lot of my general structures here are based off of, are the structures that I had in that hardcore world that I miss dearly. Anyways, the way I lost that world was because I went to the ancient city because I wanted Swift Sneak so that I could build a little bit faster and go as I went. And unfortunately, when I went there, I forgot that I had an elytra on. And so when I summoned the warden, I didn't, instead of flying away like a normal human being would with my elytra and all that stuff, I towered up, but I unfortunately hit the roof of the area and I wasn't able to tower up and get out of the way. So I ended up losing my world to it, which was very sad. Thankfully, it was recorded, so at least it wasn't like a total loss, so you guys could actually see what happened, as opposed to some of my other sad hardcore deaths that I missed dearly. There's this one world that I really wish that I remembered which seed it was on, because it was so cool. But anyways, so I would like to eventually get Swift Sneak, and in order to do that, you kind of need wool. So we need an auto farm, and since I'm over here to trade with villagers, I decided that I would do it over here. So I got 2 sheep, even though my wool farm I think is made for at least 8 different sheep, and I grabbed 2 white sheep because I didn't bother to dye them. So I'll probably have to eventually dye them and swap them. The funny thing is that it took me forever to figure out why I couldn't get these sheep through the door. I was like, man, I feel like this should be easier, because I didn't realize that the doors were in the way and preventing them from walking through. So don't mind me as I struggle trying to figure out why I can't get these sheep through the stinking door. It's because they're too big. But I did have a real hard time actually getting them inside their cases. But this is a common struggle that I often have when I make a wool farm, is the fact that I can't get the sheep into their little pods. Eventually I do, but it's still just an absolute pain getting them through. I feel like there should be a faster way to do it. I normally put like boxes and stuff, or blocks, not boxes, dirt around them and shove them in, but I wish there was a bit of an easier way to do it. In general, I did think it was quite ironic, the fact that I was able to trap myself inside of it. After I eventually got them in and I left the wool farm to semi-work by itself, although I think I'm just a little bit outside of its outside of its range at main headquarters, which is a bit of a faux pas on my part. I decided that I would go back to making more nether warp fungus wood or whatever, so that I could add it to the roof of the tower for our 2 nether portals, because at this point we have most of it built up, at least the outer corners. I haven't finished the main parts of I've got the 4 pillars finished. I've obviously got the main platform where the portal to the roof is, but I haven't gotten the center sections finished because I hadn't decided on a design yet. But I did want to get the actual roof of this kind of set up. Look how pretty the castle looks. I think I did a pretty good job at it. Although, whoops, I hit my mic. Sorry. I do think that scale-wise, this tower is ridiculously large compared to the castle, and I wish that I had made my castle either a little bit bigger. I couldn't really make this building any smaller, unfortunately, or the tower any smaller, because the nether portal has to be up a certain number of feet from its normal portal, unless I put the normal portal like underground. I don't know. It has to be like, I think 32 blocks apart from each other in order to have the 2 portals going at the same time. I thought about originally having just 1 portal, but I didn't want to have to blow a hole through the roof in order to get down to my nether fortress. So we got the 2, but I decided that, and I also am putting the lava here so that to add additional lighting to it, and because I think it's cool and it reminds me of the tower that I made in from what? Oh, the hardcore world that we all know that I cannot let go. Anyways, let me know if there are any other additional like really cool like automated farms. I've got a chicken farm, I've got a sugarcane farm, I've got my pumpkin farm, I've got obviously my iron farm, which is probably the one that I am most proud about. So hopefully it'll be able to get it mostly done. But yeah, so I put the different ones and I've got the corners set. I eventually kind of shuffled them around which ones had the lava in them, because I determined that it was a little bit easier access because of where the stairs pop up, because I ended up making the stairs 3 wide. Haven't decided if I'm okay with that or not, but doesn't matter because that's what we ended up doing. But after finishing the roof, I decided, this is a perfect time to go check to make sure that my wool farm is sort of working, because there's always that possibility that you messed up with your redstone just slightly enough that they don't work. I like how you can see that I built the roof for the general house. Oh, and my cherry blossom tree grew. Yay. But I like how you can tell that the roof of the villagers ones, I just gave up on waiting for all of that stuff to age, unlike the other one. Unlike when I was originally making my castle, where I waited for most of the stuff to age, I was just like, nope, we're just gonna build it. It'll be fine. It'll take forever for it to age, but one day it'll be ready. But yeah, so I got the general wool, which means we built it successfully, guys. Yay! I do have some of the general redstone like resource pack stuff that they did for in like Hermitcraft, because I thought that made it a little bit easier. But yeah, so then I took a good long look at my tower and I hated it because its roof is too short. So that is something that I'm going to have to fix. Let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a like if you liked it and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye. That roof looks just absolutely so dorky. Can't believe I did that.